Hey now, so happy to be here, so happy to have you. Excuse my hands, I've been washing dishes, doing the thing, and I'm in the desert, but whatever, y'all don't care about that. What you do care about is what you're here for, and that is the all signs reading for the full moon of Sagittarius. Full moon of Sagittarius, y'all. First of all, how y'all been doing this June? I hope you're well, and like y'all can respond back in this immediate video. But let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, share this video, tag folks in it who need to hear what I got to say. And if you need a reading, they're available 7 days a week at fortuneexpo.com. You also be sure, I just want you guys to also be sure to follow us on the socials. That way you can get downloads daily as I'm always dropping insights, okay? So we're gonna go over the full moon energy of Sagittarius for everybody. This full moon is literally having people think about what they're doing, right? But that's good. It's good for you to kind of like take a moment, zoom out, look at the big picture, make sure you're going the right way. I follow the seasons. I'm a big astro girly, but also just if you're not, like we're 6 months into 2025. Are you doing the things you thought you would do? Are you doing the things that you should be doing? Either way, you know? I feel like a lot of you are going to be going through pivots in careers, making decisions on schools, moving, relationships upgrades, relationship downgrades, like whatever, glow ups, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and tap into that, right? This full moon is all about like closing chapters, starting new beginnings, and then just having a bigger vision for yourself. So what I've decided to do for this reading is to go over what is blocking you right now on your path and what you should be doing. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I am not going to go in any particular order, so stick around. All right, so first things first, we're gonna start with the sign of Aquarius, but before we get there, I need you to go ahead and ground yourself. Plant your feet on the ground in front of you. Make your spine nice and long, roll your shoulders back and down. Soften your belly and just breathe. Find your natural, normal breath. Breath that gets you through each day. All right, perfect. Let's get to it. So we're going to start with the sign of Aquarius. What's blocking you right now? We have paranoid and narcissist. I feel like some of you are so worried about how people are seeing you that is stopping you from doing the things you're supposed to do. I feel like also you're just very self-absorbed right now. Nothing wrong with that energy. I mean, I think it's good, but at the same time, it is definitely at your detriment. And people aren't worried about you, but because you think they're worried about you, it's making you afraid to do the things that will get you where you want to go. I also feel like you're so hungry for an opportunity or like looking for what's to come next that you are being short-sighted and not working towards the harder goals. It's like you're waiting, like you're like, oh, they know this and they can do that for me, so boom. And it's deeper than that, right? So that's what is literally coming up as your current blockage. And what you need to be doing, we got the Mountain card. And then we also got personal power. You need to do the hard things and utilize your resources better. You're looking at people like, well, what can they do for me? Like you making a cake. Oh, they can give me the milk. They can give me the eggs. Well, you really need to work on fostering relationships and making friends in a real way. I also feel like you might be making things, what you need to be doing is not letting things be too hard for you by overthinking, and also trusting that you are aligned divinely to do what it is that you're called for. Okay. All right. And then from here, we're going to go right into Capricorn. So what's blocking you? Intimacy and longing. You want to be with somebody. That person doesn't want to be with you though. And you are holding on to that, and that in this relationship is consuming you and creating barriers for where it is that you want to go. It's like you're so committed and being so loyal to this chaos, when in actuality, you know, it's stopping your grind, it's stopping your shine, it's stopping you from being able to see and express and feel life the way you need to be seeing it. I feel like some of you are also detached from like your community, be that friends, family, folks that have similar interests, and that is what's really in your way. Find your way back to them. If this is, some of you, this is religious, like some of you got to go back to church or whatever way you worship, right? But you got to go back to that, because being disconnected from it is a real block for you. Now, what you need to be doing. This is literally a Capricorn right here. I mean, living large and in charge. What you need to be doing is leveling up. You need to make sure that your attachments into the things benefit you. You need to make sure that you are investing properly. You need to, and that's in relationships, that's in work, that's in, like, don't do anything that isn't reciprocal. And see, you have to also break down what reciprocity means for you, right? I've done difficult jobs, but they've allowed me to be able to afford things, and it really don't stress me out much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, everything, most things have irritation, even the beautiful things, right? But you have to stop attaching so hard to the ugly things for a little bit of benefit, right? You need to, yes, you're afraid to walk up. Yes, you're afraid to go forward, but you got to do it anyway. That's what you need to do. Okay? Sagittarius. This is your moon. Hey. Burn bridges and block. This is what's this is what's holding you back. You wow. You did some dirt. You did something to the wrong person. And I feel like this is like financial and emotionally. Like, I feel like you messed up with a coworker. Also feel like this might have been a business opportunity gone bad. I feel like this is also like a love situation that really was good for you. I also feel like for some of you that this happened to you and you can't get over it. You have moved on in certain ways, but also there's so much of you that's holding on to that. This is saying that in order for you to go forward, you have to make amends. You have to either make amends with yourself, make amends directly with the person if it's safe, make amends in your habit, but you can't do this no more. That's what's blocking you. Now, in regards to what it is that you need to be doing, we have perseverance and reward. Okay, now this, first of all, I didn't even know that y'all was about to be on some doing whole shit. So that's interesting. And also to see these cards, listen, make sure that you're what you need to do is make sure that you're investing your energies and attention in the right place and focusing on what you need to focus on. Wherever you put your focus is going to grow, right? That's what you need to be doing. You're going to, like, your money is going to increase, your material wealth will increase, but that's if you invest in doing what you're supposed to be doing. I see your manifestations coming true, successful, but it all just like you're basically, this is just saying you're going to get where you need to go, but you need to make sure you're focusing on what it is that you need to be doing. And I feel like you know that whatever's in your mind and your heart to do, you just have to like walk the steps for it. But you're playing with yourself, so you need to stop doing that. Also, perseverance is speaking to that you have to face the hardship. Don't cut no corners. Like, if that's my thing for all the signs in this month, especially while Saturn is in Aries. Don't cut any corners. Do the hard things, because the growth and the beauty and the blessing is on the other side of that. All right, and be determined, right? Like, You don't want no easy victories. You won't even appreciate an easy victory, Sagittarius. You'll be on to the next thing. So do what you're supposed to be doing, okay? You know. You already know. Whew. It's so funny because I really like doing the personal reads. These longer reads, like all signs, really take a lot of energy out of you because you gotta pull all, like you gotta tap into so many stories. So this is a labor of love, and I hope y'all appreciate it. I know y'all appreciate it, you know. I'm gonna up can if you ever need more personal insight, hit me up. You got my details. All right, so this is for the sign. Like I said, I ain't going to no specific order. We in Virgo. What you, Jesus, what's blocking you? You won't let go, despite the fact that shit ain't working no more. I feel like this is for a relationship, a job, and also a mindset. You don't see who you are now. You let people treat you like you've already had a glow up and a level up. Glow up is something I feel like happens internally and externally, where like you feel better in your body, you are more confident and comfortable. And then the level up, I feel like, has a lot to do with your status. You've had both. But you keep letting people treat you like the cost ain't changed. You keep letting everybody treat you like yesterday's price is today's price, and it ain't. And that's what's holding you back, because you keep shrinking yourself to be in spaces with people who don't even respect you as you are. That's what's blocking you. Virgo pissed me off. I was doing good. See what I'm saying? I'm taking a bath after this because ain't no way y'all done made me that mad. And I'm going back to the angel cards, okay? So for angels, we got Make-A-Wish and Passion. What you need to do, this energy is saying, you need to tap in. That's what you got to do to get the blessings that you want. Tap in. What do you want, right? Because first and foremost, you already are. It already is that girl. I mean, they know it, you know it. But you feel like you are outgrowing people, and you need to switch to thinking abundantly and get out of that scarcity mindset. You've already done the work also internally and externally. So this is just saying, get out of your own way to make what's still in your heart a reality. I feel like once you step into that and step into your wholeness, more opportunities will come to you, more happiness, more success, more fruitfulness. But that's the first step. And part of the way to get there is be happy. And be happy for what you've done. Celebrate your victory, even if nobody else is. Celebrate you. You need to also be living very intentionally, right? And commit to being consistent on the things that got you where you are right now. Don't focus on other people. Focus on what you and what you need. Okay? All right. We're gonna move right along. I can't sing, but hey, who cares? All right, so we're gonna go into the sign of Leo. What is blocking you? There's a lack of happiness in your life right now. I feel like that has to do with you healing. I feel like you're trying though. I feel like you're trying to get over this hump and over this slump. We are inching up on your birthday. And what's interesting to me is I pick up on the fact that I think you've already been doing inventory. I think you've already been considering how you could be better, what you should be doing. I feel like you're already in that space of improving. And I feel like you might be a little overwhelmed with what that means, which is what this stuck and frozen dead end card is saying. But that's what's blocking you. Let yourself heal. And it's okay to stop, but don't be so paralyzed by the things that come up as you're transmuting this energy. It's supposed to come up so you can process it, but you keep doing the work to pull it up, and then that shadow work gets you stuck dead in your tracks, right? It's okay. And a lot of that has to do with ego, right? We all go through it, not just you, Leo, my most, I ain't gonna say it, but y'all know how y'all is. But yeah, just be mindful of that, right? Like just keep pushing through. That's what's blocking you. And that blocks a lot of people, honestly. So What you need to be doing. Showing up authentically. And see, this makes a lot of sense because the problem is you are so overwhelmed with the work because you want to be healed already. In order to get to the things that you want, to be in the place that you need, you have to be authentic to you. You have to be open. Some of you need to do some health tests. Some of you might be concerned about your health. I feel like everything's going to go fine. You just need to check in. I also feel like a lot of you are worried, but this, with divine timing here, is saying that things are going to work out exactly as they need to, when they need to. But the way you're going to get there is through being authentic. And that authenticity is going to open the doors to what it is that's coming next for you, okay? Love that energy. All right, so we're going to go into the sign of Cancer. What do you need? What is blocking you? You depressed? I just saw depression was here, but before I even looked at this, you're depressed. You're too put away from everybody else, and it's allowing you to just be in your own head. And what the thing about this world is, and it's like, yes, it's important to have your own opinions. I'm always gonna say that. I feel like not enough people have their own opinions. But also what you need to do is be able to process how you're feeling in context of what else is going on in the world. And then ground yourself into how you feel. Like, politically, everything is crazy right now, right? So I can feel a way about what's going on there, but also I have to step back and be like, okay, what's my part in it? What can I do? What can I not do? Boom. And that's what's happening. I just feel like you're very overwhelmed. I feel like there was a breakup or a disconnect for you. I'm picking up on financially, emotionally, but a lot of this has to do with yourself. You feel like you didn't do something you were supposed to do, and you made your situation harder than it has to be. And I want to let you know that's not true. I think things just happen the way they needed to happen, but you're so overwhelmed with regret in your own personal actions. That's why we're here now. But be kinder to yourself. Push through and see the other side. There's other options and opportunities there for you, okay? Now, what do you need to be doing? Let's get into that. It's gonna be okay, Cancer. A lot of people depressed right now. Community, see? You disconnected from your folks. Everything, what you need to realize is this. You are not the type of person that needs to be, should be exiled. I feel like you might even have been recently exiled, like from a group of folks. You have to find your new tribe, or if you've been going through something and you've been embarrassed, speak to the people who you know who will show up for you. Allow Spirit to guide you with discernment, and then that's what's going to help you get to this next thing. You're not meant to do it alone. And the Destiny card speaks to that. It speaks to the fact that you need other people to help you get there, but you're so disconnected from them, you're not getting that message. So definitely tap into those that love you, because they want to support you, but they just can't. They don't know how right now, because you ain't telling me. And that's your business. All right. I want to just breathe that energy off. Praying for you, Cancer. All right, so I'm gonna go into the sign of Pisces. Now, what is blocking you? Ooh. Get your ass in the house. This is the party girl card. Party girl card. You outside too much, girl. Sit your ass down. That's what's blocking you. You can't concentrate. You can't concentrate. And which was hot. So this is what's interesting about this. I feel like you're grieving. I feel like something has happened where you made a transition, but now you're having to double down and live in a certain way, but you're not ready for it. And instead of like sitting with yourself and saying, okay, I'm not ready for it, and just like sitting in the silence and processing things, you keep running all around, doing things you don't need, got no business doing, and you need to stop that. This speaks to continuous cycles. That's continuous cycles of this. Okay, this card does give like, you know, wildlife, but also it gets to just like doing the wrong thing consistently and being really, I don't necessarily want to say addicted, but I want to say invested in your distractions. And that's what's keeping you stuck. You don't realize it. You feel like you're moving really fast when you be outside and traveling and hanging out with this one or trying this new thing, such. But that's all a distraction. You just stuck. Only thing you can do is occupy your mind. You ain't getting nowhere. So let's see where you're supposed to be going. Let's see. Let's see. Tidy up. And build a home. See, you're supposed to be sitting your ass down. You see her right there sweeping, then she in here painting. No, in all reality, in order to get where you need to be, you need to ground yourself. You need to be still. That's where the answer is gonna come. And also, tidying up is not just speaking to your home. I am feeling that you're very disconnected from grounding, which means to me like you're leaving the house a lot, or you're got a lot of people coming over to the house. It's like I feel like you're trying to escape loneliness, a lot of you. But here's the thing: what you need to do. You need to sit in your space and let your emotions flow. Let your brain say the things to you that it has not been able to get you quiet enough to hear, right? You also need to get rooted in that. Build a home speaks to, you see, this is tidying up. This is tidying up thoughts. This is tidying up actions. But this build a home is really making yourself comfortable. What is it that I like? What is it I want to do? This whole energy with this full moon of Sagittarius is like, what direction should I be going? Once you sit still and start clearing out of the debris, the distractions, the bullshit from running all around the world, you'll be able to hear those things and then you'll be able to work towards those things. But you have to be still in order to get that message. Oh, Pisces. They want me to do Taurus for some reason. It's definitely jumping what I have in mind, but you know what? Let's do Taurus. All right, Taurus. 1, 2, 3. Oh, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Help my channel grow, please. Pretty, please. Also, I'm still running my my question, celebrating 100 folks on Facebook. I've grown a little bit since then, but I'm still celebrating after the end of the month. So please tap into that offer, okay? All right. Taurus, and they want me to stand up for you. All right, so what's blocking you? So we have Masked, and then we have Archangel Michael. What's blocking you is that I feel like either you're trusting somebody to do something for you or to show up in a certain way, and they're not. And I feel that your spirit guides are protecting you from harm, but you're so invested in this relationship that you're not able to move forward. And you think this person is a good person, but they're not. They're pretending to be someone else. I also feel for some of you, you're doing some shady stuff you shouldn't be doing. And Spirit is protecting you now, but your lesson will be learned soon. For others of you, there's things that you don't know, things that, like if you went up for a job and you didn't get it, it's because it was already promised to somebody else, but they still had you interview. Something like that. And you're being protected, but I don't want you to focus so much on, for you, the spirits are helping you, so it's not, that's probably, look, you see that like, this is honestly the first time I've ever seen this card in this deck. I don't use this deck often because it's chaotic, but I've used it enough to have seen this. But I'm saying that to say, they made me skip, they made me come here and speak to Taurus. It's not, for you, it's not about the blockages. It's your disappointment when things don't work out. Spirit already got you. Don't focus on that. Really, what you need to be doing under this full moon is writing a list of what is that life would, if you had the greatest life, what would that look like? What would make you happy? What would make you full? What would make you whole? That's what you need to write a list of so that you can start pouring into that energy, because Spirit already has you. But there's things that are happening that you're not aware of that are getting in the way of certain things. But you are protected, okay? Now, what it is you need to be doing. Booking a reading? No, but for real, you do. They're available 7 days a week. You need to book a reading. You need a little more guidance for where you're going because you're afraid to go forward. Ooh. You're afraid. And that's okay. We all be scared. But what you need to be doing is getting some spiritual guidance, really, because they are literally, they're speaking to you. They want you to know something. And book a reading with me. Hey, I'm here, I'm available. Or whoever your preferred, or whatever your preferred method is. But that's kind of what's going to help you. If you already are psychically inclined or gifted, this is saying you need to meditate and like hone into your own discernment. But don't be afraid to glow up. That's what you really need not to do. That's what you really need to do, is not be afraid to glow up. Because it's up. Ooh, that was a good one, Taurus. Okay, it's full moon. All right, and then the next sign we're gonna go into is Aries. I shuffle horribly. I want to take one of those classes in Vegas for like what you call it, dealers. Because baby, I don't want y'all to see that on camera. All right, so Aries, what's in your way? You're protected, but you bullshitting. You're in your own way. You're in your own way. You are, there's a covering over you. And I think because, okay, so some of you I'm picking up on, I feel like y'all are doing, y'all know y'all not doing what y'all supposed to be doing. And you actually, some of you are living a little bit dangerously, but it hasn't caught up with you yet. So, I mean, and whatever you're doing benefits you so much and so well, you don't even want to stop doing it, right? But that's blocking your real blessings. And we can't say how long this protection is gonna last. Others of you are just too afraid to go forward. Like you're, similar to Pisces, it's like you're really just distracting yourself with a lot of nothing. So, you know, there's that. What you need to be doing, this is the same person. Daydreaming speaks to, I think that you have forgot how good life can get. I think you are just so stuck on doing the same thing, living in such a morale and moral and cardinal-based way that you don't want to take any risk, or you already decided the risk that you're taking, right? And this is saying that you need to, similar to Taurus, look over and think about what it is that you want and lean into that. You need to wake the fuck up, okay? You need to live in this world like the world is happening around you. Yes, this girl over here is meditating, but this speaks to alignment and attunement. There's a grounding that needs to happen with you. I am saying daydream so that you can be inspired to move out of your current space. But I'm also saying that mindfulness, as a mindfulness person, mindfulness is kind of like feeling everything at once. I feel like you don't feel nothing right now, and you need to feel something so that you can go into the life that you're supposed to be living. You hold yourself back. Gemini. What's holding you back? You being delulu. No, what's really holding you back right now is that you are just stuck where you are because you're thinking about, it's like you're not being realistic right now. There's a lot of things that you could do, but you're trying to do them all. I'm also picking up that you feel like you've done everything, some of you, and there's nothing else left to try. There's always something left to try. Another thing I'm picking up for a lot of you is that somebody hurt you and you are so focused on that pain that you can't get out of your own way to live your life, which is very difficult, I understand. It's like, this is giving like you waiting for somebody to come back or you waiting for an opportunity to happen. And it's like, it's already past you. You've already seen it not come through to be what it's supposed to be, but you still holding on. That's what's holding you back. And see, what's interesting about this is, it's like you're scared to leap, but you're so social. So nobody would know that's really what's going on. They see you outside, they see you moving and shaking and participating in things, but they don't know that you really are just keeping up with appearances, and you need to get out of that energy. So, sorry. What you need to do, They told me to do this. Sorry. You need to reshape. Be mindful that things are all happening in the divine timing, and tap in with your friends. Stop showing up with your representative and let people know what's really happening with you, what you really need help with, what you're really struggling with. You show up so well for other people, but Spirit is saying it's time for you to allow other people to show up for you, right? Which goes in alignment with this reshape energy. Reshape is saying that it's time for you to do things in a new way. It's time for you to be anew, be transformed, be transmuted. That's what this whole energy is about, is transmutation. And you're afraid of stepping in and stepping up. But there's people that see you. They ain't gonna say nothing because they don't want to offend you, but they see you and they're waiting for you to say, hey, I need a leg up, and they're gonna be there. And that's why divine timing is here as well, because it's saying that you're supported, and when the time is ripe, you will get the things out on your heart. Oof. All right. Last, but certainly not least, Scorpio. Oh, also by all of the June horoscope videos are dropped. So please go ahead and make sure that you tap in and let me know what you think. Pisces will be probably dropped a little bit later, but you can hold on, Pisces. I'm a Pisces, so you okay. I usually do us first, but I'm like, when is just not, okay? All right, but last but not least, Scorpio. Scorpios was posted for June Taroscope was posted right before this video, a couple days ago. So please make sure you tap in, okay? Okay, love you, bye. All right, I mean, not bye, I'm still, that's just the end of that. Rant and review. Okay, so let's go. Wow, it's like I went from like not getting this card to getting this for everything. Okay, so we got Archangel Michael, and then we got Paranoid. What's blocking you is that you're afraid to do anything. You're afraid to try. I get why you're cautious, I get why you're guarded, but also Spirit is protecting you. I feel like a lot of you went through something really traumatic, or you had like lack of stability and now you're stable and you're like afraid of losing that. A lot of you had issues with people in your life and now you're afraid of, opening up and trusting again. Whatever the scenario, I'm here to tell you that mindset is what's getting in your way, because Spirit was there the last time, but Spirit's saying they're here this time. So trust your intuition and be open, okay? Now, in regards to what you need to be doing, living, I feel like you've been okay. I'm good at what I do, so I shouldn't be surprised. I was just about to say, I feel like you've been so isolated. This literally came out. I feel like you've been so isolated lately that it's made it difficult for you to see, you know, who could be there for you, how life could be for you. You're just so focused on the negative. And Spirit is saying like, okay, yeah, bad things happen. Bad things always gonna happen. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna happen each time you try something, right? You have to find things to be happy about in life. You have to find things to be joyous about. And this card was so funny. It's like, what do you need to be doing for your next level up, for your life, where at? You need to be enjoying it. You need to be outside. You need to be going and doing things that you love. You need to be around people. That's what you need to be doing. Like, literally. Outer strength also speaks to a rejection being God's protection. Remember, you already had the Archangel Michael card. And I think this speaks to a lot about the state of mind you're in right now. You already have the angel of protection right here is saying that new opportunities are loading, right? But what the thing about it is doors have to close so doors can open. That's just how it goes. And the doors that are about to open up for you are ripe and ready and aligned with your desires. But you also have to, you gotta kind of go through the door, so to speak, right? And part of going through the door, part of even being able to see that there's an open door opportunity for you is going to be rooted in you doing things that mean you take care of yourself. I feel like you might, and also, I mean, not all Pisces, but a lot of Pisces are pretty social. I'm a social Pisces, or you're kind, right? You're at least kind. Not to say the other signs ain't. But I feel like what's going to happen is you're going to go somewhere and meet somebody. You'll be like, oh my God, girl, let me tell you about X, Y, and Z. You should do such and such and such. Like, that's where your opportunity is going to come from. But if you're in a house, you ain't never going to meet the person, and you ain't never going to get the opportunity. So, this is permission to go outside. All right, so I want to thank each and every one of you for tapping in, watching this video. It was my pleasure. I hope you are well. Oh, and I said Pisces, I meant Scorpio, y'all know what I meant. Oh, before I close, let me give y'all 3 of these Angel of Abundance cards. These are my favorite cards. I cannot find this deck anywhere. On the first Oracle decks I ever used, they always be up point, see? Obstacles and blocks are lifted. What? We were literally talking about obstacles. And this is saying they'll be lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles. I can't read. And blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Listen. Everything I talked about being an issue will not be an issue. Now you're aware. Now you can be mindful. Now you can proceed forward. Successful funding. I'm not going to read. I love to, like, I'm not like a read Oracle card girl, but I love to read these because they're just so like, it's like a warm hug. But successful funding is just speaking to that, the things that you want to invest in, those ideas that you have, God put it in your mind. The money is not the concern. The action is. Basically, the abundance cards told y'all what I told y'all. Pull a third one for good measure. Face your financial fears. You would already know what this is. A lot of y'all are afraid to leap because your paychecks, your bank statements don't match where it is that you want to go. That's okay. Everything is divinely aligned. Again, if you need a private reading, don't hesitate to touch base with me at fortuneexpo.com. I love you guys. That was fun, and I'll see you in the next video.